It's Optimus versus Chinese person until we see who it actually is. And I don't know how to read Chinese or Japanese, so I don't know how to read this. What does that even mean, man? Captain Link would know. Captain Link would know if it's Chinese or not. But, I don't know who that is. So, Optimus is the one playing the Asian Civ, funny enough, Chinese. And then his opponent is playing Mexico. So we got a Mexico versus China. That's a pretty fascinating matchup. China versus Mexico. That can go in many different directions. So we do see the Mexico putting up their trading posts, it looks like, yeah. And what about the China? So the China is also putting up their trading posts. Kind of interesting, right? Both the, well, China, when they're playing standard build order, will always build a trading post first. It's usually what they go for. It's pretty essential for their card timing with their builds. Because as you know, China, they need their cards pretty badly. You know, they're kind of in the same boat as the French, I think. Except it's for a little bit of a different reason. Obviously, the French, they try to go H3, get a ton of skirm, Dragoon, Falconet, get some really powerful units. For China, it's a little bit more of a swarm. You know, get a ton of Arquebusiers, get a ton of this, get a ton of that. Though they do have some power play cards too, like the Meteor Hammer one, the Manchu one. So it really can depend a bit more with the Chinese how they end up going about that. So, all right, so he's gonna build his village right now. Very nice. And he's also gonna send in T-Export. T-Export is always gonna be the card that you make as China as your first shipment because it's the most influential one that the Chinese get. Basically what it does, it gives you a consulate for free. It gives you a wagon to build a consulate. That's a 200 wood value by itself. It gives you 100 export right away. So 100 export value. So that's already giving you 300 resources. So it's like your infinite 300 crate cards almost, but it's giving you a bit of a mix. And on top of that, it gives you a trickle of export for the rest of the game too. So it gives you a short-term effect and a long-term effect. And the way it's set up, basically, it says, gives you a consulate, and then lets you pick an alliance right away by giving you that 100 extra export to get the alliance that you want, basically. So, yeah, quite good, basically, yeah. So let's see what alliance he goes with. So he goes with the Russians, very nice. So he's playing more of the standard route, which I think is pretty okay. Basically, with the standard route, what you do is you go Russian allies and try to get enough export to get a blockhouse. Yeah, because the blockhouse for China will act as their first training building. They actually don't start with the War Academy when you're playing Chinese properly. You're going to be going for a blockhouse. The blockhouse will allow you to make all of your banner armies there, so doesn't matter which banner army you want, the blockhouse will provide. Not only that, the blockhouse gives you a little bit of extra population space, and of course it has a range attack. So yeah, it's a pretty good starting building, especially if you want to go forward with it, right? Or usually it goes defensive, so helps you either way. So let's see what he gets with the Wonder. You go standard build, it's always going to be Summer Palace, right? So Summer Palace right there. The Summer Palace, beautiful wonder, gives you about 400 food you can use right away. Great for forwarding your first banner armies. Another thing it does as well, it essentially allows you to receive free banner armies from it over time for free. It starts it out on the standard army by default. The army that includes the Steppe Riders and the Chukunu, but you can configure it to other banner armies too. You can change it to the old Han one to get the Quang Pikemen and the Chukunu. You can go for the yellow one that comes with the Kijiks and Quang Pikemen for like a straight up anti-cavalry one, and then later on you can do the other 3 primary War Academy banner armies as well. So it's very nifty. It's a very nifty one that gives you a lot of good support over time in just maintaining good mass. Because China plays a little bit differently than the other civs. China, their troops are not that good by themselves. They're pretty horrible. But what you try to do is you try to get big numbers. Big numbers. That's how you play China. Try to get big masses of stuff. And when you do that, it really helps you out quite a bit, basically. So yeah, pretty much. Alright, so 700 wood, followed by 8 Chukanu. That's pretty standard of how you would play China usually. Okay, so his opponent, the Mexicans, goes up with the Baja Revolt. I kind of anticipated that without even looking over there. So what is he doing now? He is going to be going for the 320 XP treasure. This is beautiful. So he's playing a little bit differently. He's got a train post here. No, he's not going to train. He's got an outpost here and an outpost there. But he is building a train post back there with one of the starting wagons, pretty much. This will give him a strong forward base position that he's likely to put a saloon on, right? Yep. Wait a minute, no, he's not going to get a saloon? Oh, no, he built it. Okay. So he got it back here, and then he built another saloon with his filibuster. That's a little weird. Now he's training Cuatreros, so now he's going Team Trickle Economics. Oh, that's interesting. So he's playing a little bit differently economically here than the standard which is pretty interesting, yeah. Let me see who this is while we watch.
Sí, preparado.
Me vas a pagar. ¿Qué hace falta?
¿Qué me ordena?
Hola. ¿Mande?
Between the Banditos and the Chinese army. So what China did is they've been massing up the standard army of Step Riders and Chupanus, whereas the Baja Revolt has been doing a combination of Cuatreros and Banditos. Banditos, again, are basically a Mexican variant of the Renegado Outlaw, but they get a charged dynamite throw, which sort of is like a grenadier type toss, doing a ton of crush damage with splash. Whereas the Cuatrero is like a Mexican variant of the Comanchero, but instead of just acting like a Comanchero, which is normally a pretty bleak outlaw, it gets a really nice charge attack where it can use the lasso to do splash, about 2 splash, which extends pretty nice, so yeah, quite good. Alright, we got more Banditos coming in as well, so let's see what happens there. Yep. So we got the 7 filibusters still alive as well, so right away what China does, he's gonna pursue him with the Chukanus to try to take out as many of these as possible, because if he can take out all these, that's gonna be pretty good for him, basically, yeah. Very good. Alright, now Ba's gonna have to retreat back to their base area. They are going to pick up the coach guns, because the coach guns basically gives a charge attack to all these trading posts to essentially give them a shotgun blast that does some good splash damage to the units, right? Also, it gives you a few free outlaws. It gives you 3 Cuatreros and gives you 3 Banditos. So, the 2 primary outlaws that the Baja California, Mexico's been using. Yep. And from there, I don't know what card he's going to go for next, but we'll see soon enough. Alright, here comes some Quattro. Yep. Oh, good charge attack there with the Quatteros. They gotta retreat, let the Banditos do some work, yep.
Preparado.
¿Qué hace
Alright,
falta?
9 Banditos and 9 Quatteros. Very nice. Oh, looks like he picked up the Soldier of Fortune. This is a very critical card for Baja California Revolts. It basically makes it so when you kill an enemy unit, you gain a gold bounty from it, as well as the XP bounty. Effectively allowing you to get more outlaws the more units that you destroy. So yeah, it definitely adds to your economy as Baja California quite good since you don't have any regular villagers to work with, yeah. Yep, GG. Looks like he got overrun by the Chinese. That was a good defense there by Optimus, being able to leverage the army of the standard banner army of Chukanu plus Step Riders, and then gradually add in some of the Quangs as well to deal with the Quattreros up and personal. So that was pretty solid gameplay there of China. Yeah, I don't have a ton of experience as China trying to defend from Baja Revolts. I think I might have done it once, but from what I recall, I think it was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. So, yeah, quite interesting. Let's check out the next one now. Let's see what we got. What we got here. Look at all these recordings we got. This is insane.